Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ann Harrison. I am your host, and I want to do some brainstorming with you. So, in the past, I've done a podcast with a variety of different authors and talked about a variety of different subjects when I've had guests on, from writing fiction to writing devotionals and nonfiction, and even some marketing strategy. So, my podcast was a bit all over the place before, although I'm still getting listenership based on the emails that I see. But now I want to do something different. At first, I had an idea of doing a podcast about speculative fiction from a Christian perspective. And we may still touch on those concepts or the possibility, of how some authors look at that. But what I really want to do, and I feel like God is actually leading me to do this, and I'll tell you how I got the idea in a minute. But what I really want to do is talk about the craft of writing, especially with young adult fantasy and speculative fiction, or other young adult and clean authors that write fiction. Because one of the things that I listen to is the Your Best Writing Life podcast with Linda Goldfarb. It is an extension of the Blue Ridge Mountains Christian Writers Conference, and you can go to blueridgeconference.com and listen to those episodes, or you can subscribe. But the point is, I was listening to the episode with Peggy Sue Wells about point of view. Although she had some really good information, I still had questions. And although I've figured out some of the experimentation I want to do with the book, I still want to talk to other writers and get their views on things like world building, point of the different, whether it's single point of view or multiple point of views in their books, and some other craft like plot structure, story structure, plot and character development, and that kind of thing. Because I feel in my heart that we as writers can inspire one another. I will also share things about my writing and editing journey, things that I've learned, things that I like, and things that I don't like to see in books that I've read. I can't necessarily talk about the books I've edited, but I can give you some general ideas about some things that I've seen that I really love, and some things that I've seen that I've learned not to do. Although I'm better at editing somebody else's work than my own sometimes, but still, the point is, it's part of the author journey. And as I said before, we can learn from and inspire each other. I will personally reach out to authors who I know from the 540 writers community. And if there are some of you watching out there and you want to talk about your process and how you got from how you got your start and where you are today and showcase your books, I'm more than happy to do that. But also, I want to reach out to authors who I like, whose books I like to read, because I want to pick their brains about their process and talk about what I liked about it and get some questions answered about point of view, which is better, doing one point of view, single point of view, or multiple point of view. For example, adding in the point of view of the villain or the antagonist into the story, even though it's the protagonist is the main character telling the story. I've figured out, I'm going to do some experimentation with that, but I still want to get other authors' opinions on it because different people have different opinions, excuse me, and I want to hear from these people. And I'm sure, and I'm sure you do too. And if you do, let me know in the comments. But if you have suggestions of authors you might want me to, whose books you might want me to look at and read and possibly reach out to, let me know because I want to hear from you. I want this channel to be an interactive and engaging channel. And I want to thank those of you who have left comments in the past on my channel because the comments give me a lot of encouragement. But yes, I do want to hear from you. Do you have suggestions of books in the fantasy realm, in the fantasy genre, or in other genres that are clean and some some possibly Christian, but they don't necessarily have to be. They do have to be clean. But fantasy and speculative fiction are the genres that I personally focus on because my first book is a contemporary fantasy, but then um my second book of my Spirit Writer Society series is going to delve deeper into the actual fantasy realm. So that's why I'm interested in these genres specifically. But there are other genres out there and other authors who may want to talk about their process. If you're one of those and you want to talk about it, my website, AnnHarrisonAuthor.com, is linked in at the top of my YouTube channel. But if you want to contact me from there, just go to AnnHarrisonAuthor.com/contact. The email comes straight down to me and I will respond. And if you have craft questions you want to ask an author or you'd like to come on the YouTube channel and discuss, we can set up a Zoom meeting and record that and upload it. I'm not going to do it as a podcast and a YouTube channel and a YouTube video. I'll just do the YouTube videos to help drive traffic to my YouTube channel and my website as well. So, now here's another question for you. Do you have book suggestions or suggested authors you'd like me to research, to look into? I am open to that. I'm open to that as well. And this will be an ongoing process. It's not going to be a one and done kind of thing. And I may not do the videos as often as I've done before, and it all depends. But right now, this is kind of my idea of where I want to take the YouTube channel. Plus, again, for those of you who like to see my notebooks, if I get new notebooks, I will show them off. And that's part of that in itself is part of my writing journey. So, here's to 2025 and possibly a new structure to the channel. So please be sure to stay tuned. And subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell because you will be the first to know when I come out with a new video. So I want to wish all of you who are watching this between Thanksgiving and Christmas a very happy holiday season. And if you do watch it later, still have a blessed new year. And I look forward to what 2025 has in store for us. Have a blessed day, everyone. And remember, when you touch one life, you've touched thousands. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.